So I was reading in the comments, some people were talking about like some of the over-the-counter stuff that they use to, get high, and reminded me of some shit that we used to use back in high school and even like middle school, experimenting, trying to figure out what you get high with no money, being 13 or 14 without knowing anybody, and mind you, without the internet. And that makes a big difference because like we didn't really have a way to like check facts. We didn't have a way to like compare things. We didn't even have a way to like know how to do things other than just like word of mouth. So having the internet is a huge resource that we did not have, but we still managed to find some stuff through trial and error, through word of mouth, and through just pure dumb luck about some over-the-counter stuff that you could get, or at least you could 30 years ago when I was 13, 14. Stuff to get a buzz. Now, I don't recommend doing any of this, and I don't even know if you can anymore. I don't know what's still available, what's not. So I'm just going to tell you what I did, and some of my friends, 30 years ago, and take that for what it is. So the number one thing was the DMX, right, or DXM, DXM I think it's called. It used to just be in Robitussin. Robitussin, it was called DX or DM. I forget. I think it was DM. But yeah, only that Robitussin at the time would get you high. But we could walk in at a fucking drugstore or grocery store and get it. And it was like, back then it was like $3 a bottle. And 4 ounces would get you pretty fucked up. 6 ounces would knock your dick in the dirt for sure. Now I don't know how much that is, and I've heard some people, and I've actually seen it in some pills, which that were not available. Back then you had to be fucking gangster and just drink that shit. And I'll tell you what, drinking 6 ounces of Robitussin DX or DM, whatever, DM, not pleasant. Not pleasant. I've drank in some pretty nasty shit in my life, alcohol related, but that is rough. Like that is like Jägermeister. Yeah, that's like Jägermeister sat out in the sun for 6 months. It's fucking horrible. It tastes like melted down fucking cough drops with Jaeger bomb in it. It's fucking gross is what it is. But that is some of the highest I've ever been, is on 6 ounces of that. Like, to describe that high is like, I don't know, it's like being drunk with some LSD or some shrooms plus some fucking heroin or pain pills. And maybe throw in a Xanax or two on top of it. I don't know. It was like a combination of hell. Don't get me wrong. If you want to get fucked up, and you'd hallucinate off it too. You'd feel shit moving around. I also remember it made me sick a couple times. It puked. Now I don't know if that's the just the drug ingredient, or if it's the copious amounts of fucking Robitussin you had to drink to get to the drug. Either way, that was the number one thing that I remember doing. That was like the best bang for your buck. That was like even to this day. There's only been a handful of times in my life that I got more fucked up than on fucking Robitussin, which is fucking hilarious. I went to the store, they still sell it. And they may have changed, they may have taken the DX off it, but whatever. DM or whatever, I don't know. It's still there. Anyway, and it's in pill form now. Wish it was in pill form back then. So that was the number one. Number two one was Dramamine motion sickness pills, or whatever the active ingredient is in Dramamine. Those will get you pretty fucked up too. Those are, before I actually started doing, well, even I think before I had done more than like some heavy hits of acid, the Dramamine motion sickness pills, I would take 10 to 12 of them, and you would hallucinate pretty hard on those. It was like kind of a different type of hallucination than LSD, but hallucinate you did. Again, I don't recommend doing any of this. I'm just saying this is what we did. I'm sure it was bad for us. I might have lost, some years off my life, probably some billions of brain cells, but whatever. It was fucking fun at the time. And anyway, it was 10 to 12 pills of that would get me pretty high. You'd hallucinate, but you'd also feel like shit. It would not make you. Had the opposite effect of motion. Instead of curing motion sickness, it gave you motion sickness. You'd be nauseous. You feel like dirt ran through your veins. You're like real dirty feeling. Like It was bad, but it was an easy bang for the buck. Did that. Another one was called Aldefed. It was like some sort of cold medication. It was a pill. We would crush it up and put it on. You'd smoke it. You'd put it on like some weed or some tobacco. We'll call it snowcaps. It's an old street name for putting cocaine on stuff too. But a Primo was another old. But it wasn't coke. It was Aldefed. But the ironic part is it kind of tastes like cocaine. I mean, at the time I didn't know, but in hindsight, when I did cocaine and real Primos and real cocaine on top of shit, I was like, tastes like fucking Aldefed. So yeah, that was another thing. It's called Aldefed. I don't know if it's related to Sudafed. I don't know anything about it. Again, Google's your friend. I don't know. We didn't have Google, so, but I know. Remember, it was called Aldefed, and it was like a really cheap high. It only lasted for like 10 or 15 minutes. But for like those 10, 15 minutes, it was like, whoa. It was kind of like, not nearly as intense, but it was like a mild form of crack. It was kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know if I can compare it to crack. It's been so long, I don't even remember exactly what it felt like. Remember, it did give us a buzz, and I did enjoy doing it for a while. Yeah, those are the other ones, and I'm trying to think of some other ones. Those are the three that I recall. Yeah, those are the only three that I really recall. I know we experimented with some fucking different cough syrups, and that Robitussin, the DM one, was the only one that I remember having like would really work. The other ones would kind of work, but not anywhere near like the DM. Shit, I can't think of any other ones. I had like some of the rumors are like you used to be able to smoke like banana peels or peanut shells or peanut skins. Tried all that shit. That was the type of shit when I was like 13 or 14 that like seniors in high school and sophomores in high school would tell us, right? Just because they wanted to like watch you, or like they wanted you to come back and be like, dude, I tried that and it just gave me a fucking headache, and then they just laugh at you. So yeah, none of that shit worked. I mean, if you think about it, anything you could smoke fucking grass out of your lawn, right? Anything you smoke is going to give you a little bit of a buzz because it's an inhalant. It's a smoke going into your brain. It's going to, even cigarettes, anything you smoke, it's going to give you a little buzz, so, but no, it's nothing significant. It's not worth doing, but it is funny to like tell somebody who's like 13 or 14, not anymore now that I'm, an adult, but back when I was like, in high school, we used to tell kids that were like 13 or 14 who were trying to buy weed from us, be like, nah, man, just smoke some peanut skins, man. Get fucking high. Be like, yeah? You'd be like, yeah. So don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be an asshole like I was. Actually, I was pretty fucking cool. People did that to me, though. All right, well, there you go. That's what we did 30 years ago. Like I said, I'm not telling you or recommending doing it. I'm just telling you that's what I did. Somebody asked in the comments. There's the answer.
Is God in show business, too?